Cali Crowd, the banded front lever raise is probably the most underrated front lever progression, and it is this exercise that completely unlocked progress in my own front lever journey, especially when it came to getting a straight front lever. So today we're going to go through exactly how to do it, but first, it's a weird exercise, so why even do a banded front lever raise in the first place? Well, I'll tell you why. The tuck front lever raise, the first progression that gets us developing the front lever specific shoulder strength with wider range of motion. After mastering this, we naturally want to entertain doing this with the legs extended, but this is hard. What I often then see is people then combining two sets of progressions in this hybridized version of a front lever raise. An easier progression on the way up and a harder progression on the way down, taking advantage of the fact that we are up to 30% stronger in the eccentric portion of a movement, but we can do one better. You see, getting both legs straight is the hardest step on our front lever journey, and many will struggle with this pike at the hips for this reason. But by using the band in this way, we not only get to extend the legs out earlier in our front lever journey, therefore making this a more specific progression, but it also makes the front lever raise with straight legs more accessible and scalable. So here's how to do it. The setup is a little bit crazy, but bear with me. Find a pull-up bar, the taller the easier, and set up another bar at about hip height. Hook the band around the top bar and then around your lower back as you're facing the lower bar. Now this is very important. We need the band on this side of the bar to prevent it slipping up our bum during the movement. My gym rolls with calisthenics athletes, so it has the perfect bars for this setup, but this could equally work if you used a standard barbell or even gymnastics rings, as long as there was a pull-up bar above it. The starting position is this inverted hang with hands just inside shoulder width, and we want to set for this straight body line here. Squeeze the glutes, pull the shoulders away from the ears and lock out the elbows. From here we want to lower into what is essentially a front lever hold, pause for a second and then move back for reps. This is a tricky movement, so we want to watch out for the common mistakes. The safest position we can be in is almost like we're aiming for a really flat hollow hold. We don't want to be piking at the hips, but I would rather a flexed spine than an overextended spine. In terms of the band position, I really would recommend going for the band at the lower back. This is because it reduces the likelihood of us becoming over-reliant on the band. And of course, this is a straight arm movement, so we want our elbows completely locked out, straight arms only. As you would expect, the obvious progression to this is to reduce the strength of the band over time. Just be sure not to sacrifice form. Film yourself, guys. I can't stress this enough, because when you think your legs are straight, you'll be shocked at how much they're not. Crowd, this exercise completely revolutionized front lever training for me, but remember, this does not replace our basics. So if you want to see what strength is needed to hit the front lever proper, then check this video out right here.